All right, so while we're all standing, let's go ahead, start getting those ankles warmed up a little bit. So think like you're doing the stinky leg. We're gonna try to go with the big toe, pinky toe, open up those ankles, open up the arches, the balls of the feet, and then just go the opposite way. So give me about 5 one way, and then 5 the other. So really trying to open up. Get as much range as much as we can. Try to almost like stirring the pot with your foot. Once you get 5, we're gonna go 5 the other way. If you want to take it and extend it, get that same leg in there, go ahead. Once you finish that side of those next 5, let's go ahead and switch legs. So opening up those ankles. Remember, you're trying to get as much range of motion as we can in that ankle. Probably feeling pretty stiff. Unless we've been running or hiking and moving a lot, by feeling real tight, where you're gonna start noticing that Achilles is flaring up a little bit if you've been running. Remember 5 one way, then 5 the other. Just get as much range as we can. Try to get up on those tip of those toes. What's up, Casey? All right, from there, we're just gonna go ahead and get that A-frame. We're just gonna get a little bit of a shift. Stay low. Really trying to open up the groin. Try to shift, try to keep those feet parallel. Try to drive away from the opposite. As we're transferring that weight, stay nice and low, kind of filling out what's feeling tight today. From there, let's go ahead and take it up. Rotate, get that Cossack squat in there. Just challenging that range a little bit lower. You can also take those feet at an angle if that feels a little bit better. You can get a little bit more range. That's what we're looking for right now. Let's do another 3 on each leg. Good. From there, let's go ahead. Let's get that front lunge. We're gonna rotate over that front leg, bring it back. Front lunge, rotate, bring it back. So make sure we're going over that front knee. Try to follow your hands with your eyes. It's gonna give you a little bit more range of motion. Good, let's get 5 more on each leg, so 10 more total. Good, guys. Try to challenge those glutes. Try to find that stabilizing today. Remember, right now you're evaluating what's feeling tight. Good. Try to start getting that breathing pattern down. What's up, Alex? Good. From there, let's go ahead and find me that squat position. Or stay nice and tall with the shoulders. From there, you're gonna grab those toes, hinging up with that back round. Pull that chest through. Pull that chest through again. So remember, hips come up, and toes extend out, extend the knees, round that back, pull that back down, and pull those hips in. So try to find that deadlift position, find those hamstrings for me. Open up that mid back, pull that belly button through the ceiling, reset, and pull back. Let's get 5 more. Good. So remember, as we're driving up through those hips, driving through those heels, opening up those hamstrings, you're letting that back round, reset the back, and then we drop it down. So trying to get that mid back, a little bit of movement as we're doing that move. Good. Nice. From there, let's go ahead. You're gonna set yourself up in that plank position. We're gonna come through with that foot, scoop it forward, open that up. We're gonna come back, open up those Achilles, shift, that, rotate. So imagine a blast off push-up with that world's greatest. Opening up that hip flexor, opening up the front of that hip. If we just want to keep switching those legs and getting that world's greatest, just make sure that we're really trying to pull that knee away from the belly button. Open up that hip. You can also just switch it out. Try to drop that hip down the ground. Remember, we're exploring what's feeling tight right now. Just try to get a little bit of movement in it. So go ahead, get 2 more on each leg. Nice, yes. Nice work. We got some good rotation today. All right, so remember, once you finish up those 2, we're gonna be done. So we're gonna start going over what we have today. So if you missed the first couple minutes, we have 6-minute blocks. Now the first one's gonna be a little bit more of that leg, and by a little bit, I mean all legs. So what we are doing is we're gonna start off with an iso hold for 30 seconds. We're gonna go for that leg lift. So we're gonna try to lift those legs up. If our hips are feeling tight, we may not get very far. We're thinking about trying to squeeze from the glutes to help us elevate, like we're doing a reverse hyperextension. Now from there, we're gonna go for a fire hydrant and a pulse. And the fire hydrant just on your left side will then go right side. Those are both 30 seconds apiece. We're gonna get both sides, so it is a minute each. From there, we're gonna go for that kneeling hinge. We're gonna get left, right side. So just think of it today, splitting everything up just like we've been doing the last few weeks. So with that hold, remember if you have something you can lay on, let's go ahead and use that one. Those hips there, otherwise we're gonna put hands on the forehead. We'll try to elevate from the hip, squeeze the glutes, grabbing those heels. We're gonna hold that position for 30 seconds. If you want a little bit of a challenge, so bring those heels together. All right, so make sure you're thinking about the hip flexor. If it's tight, you don't allow much movement, or squeezing from the glutes. So we're gonna elevate, drive those heels, and we're just gonna hold for 30 seconds. From there, shoulders are back, tuck the hips. All we're gonna do, fire hydrants for 30 seconds. After those 30, we're gonna find that end range and pulse. At that point, if you want to add a challenge of extending the leg, that's an option. Otherwise, stay at the top half of that range, keep those hips square to the ground. So remember, we're going to go left side for that minute, so 30 seconds of full range, 30 seconds at the top, then switch legs. From there, we're going to go for that single leg kneeling deadlift position. So for groin is tight, our hamstrings are tight, we're going to find out right now. We're going to tuck those hips underneath us. We're going to hinge back, and then drive forward. So you should feel the bent knees loop lining up as we drive through. And if our hips tight, you're going to feel that up here as well. All right, so 30 seconds on one, 30 seconds on the other. From there, we're going to go for, it's going to be that same leg. So we're going to come down. We're going to get that toe tap, drive through like we would a deadlift, get that lunge, back to the top, stabilize, hinge, all the way up. We're going to go left leg, then we'll go right leg, all right? From there, once we finish that minute of those, we're going to sit in that curtsy and pulse. So 30 seconds of that curtsy on one side, we'll then switch, get 30 seconds on the other. From there, the last 2 movements we're looking for is going to be, we're going to come through, we're going to tuck the hips, we're going to step, jump, back down, drive through. Option, just coming through, stay low, and just bring it down. All right, we don't have to have that jump. If you want to have that jump, feel free. And that final one, we're just going to make sure we're getting low, getting that speed skater, getting that distance, get explosive. If we want that just a curtsy lunge, feel free to do so. All right, so remember, we're going to start off with that leg lift hold. We're going to be there for 30 seconds. Everything else is going to be either left side or right side until the end where we put it all together. All right, so that first one, we're going to be face down. Legs are going to be up. We're going for 30 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds, everybody trying to squeeze and hold those knees up off the ground, driving those heels behind you. Nice job, everybody. We have 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Let's get to those hands and knees. We're going fire hydrant, so let's go for that left leg. Remember, full range of motion for 30 seconds. Then we're gonna go 30 seconds of just that top half. So this one's all about that range, all about that control. Another 15 seconds. 10 seconds. The biggest things right here. Shoulders are back, keep that chest out. Keep those hips tucked and squared towards the ground. 3, 2, 1, just that top half. So thinking mini pulses just at the top if you want to extend that leg out. Challenging that lever, challenging a little bit more weight at the top. Nice, PJ. Nice job, guys. We have 10 seconds to go. Then all we do is just switch legs. 3, 2, 1. Switch those legs. So back to full range of motion on that fire hydrant. Nice. I like this tempo. I like that posture. Good position. 15. 10 seconds. Find that breathing. Every time that leg goes down, think about that inhale or exhale. Find that pattern. 3, 2, 1. We're at the top half. Nice. Find where that limitations are at. Challenge it. 15 to go. Nice job. We have 10. Nice work. Let's find that half kneeling position. 3, 2, 1. Left knees down, right legs out. We're going to drop back as far as we can. Drive through. Imagine those hips going straight back as far as we can. And then use this glute to drive yourself under. Think about a slight hinge over the toes. Make sure we're not reaching backwards. We want those shoulders slightly rounded to focus on those glutes right now. Good. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Good. See how far you can take that extended leg out, really challenging that range of motion. It's going to focus on just that glute when we're isolating it right here. 15 to go. Nice. In 5 seconds, we stand it up. 3, 2, 1. We're going to go down. Keeping that nice tall position, chest out. Get that deadlift. Get that lunge. Find that stable position. Lock that core in. And go from there. So remember, grab the floor with the big toe and small toe. Drive through. Drop down for that lunge. 10 seconds, then we switch sides. Good control right here. Nice work. 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Grab the floor. Find that nice tuck position. Light up those hamstrings. Remember, if you want a little bit more glutes on that lunge, just keep that nice 45-degree angle as we drive through. Find that stable position. 10 seconds to go. From there, we're going to go back to that left leg. We're going to go for that pulsing curtsy. 3, 2, 1. Find that nice square position towards me or the wall where we're facing. We stay low. Good. We have 15 to go. Come on, done. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, switch legs. Good, lock that core in. Challenge that range of those hips. See how far you can go without that body wanting to turn. We have 15 to go. After this, it's that 30 seconds of that exchange of the legs in that either jump squat or squat. 3, 2, 1. Remember, come up, either at that jump or just coming through, alternating through those legs. Make sure we're staying low, driving through those hips, driving through those heels. Nice work. 15. Oh, yeah. In 5 seconds, we got those speed skaters. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Last 30 of the block. Land low. See how far we can get for distance. Just like we did with that RDL. Grip the ground. Stabilize at that hip and foot. 15. 3, 2, 1. Nicely done, everybody. 1 round down. We have 1 minute. Then we're back down to face down, booty up for that leg lift. So if you have those.
Tyler.
Yes, sir.
The leg lift is like kind of like a Superman, but just the bottom half. Like
exactly.
That? Okay.
So if you want to do the Superman for 30 seconds, you can do that too. But just really focusing on trying to lift up from the glutes, and you're gonna feel those hip flexors a lot if they're tight. So yeah, if you want to do that Superman, we can do it. But another 20 seconds until we go right back into it. You have 10 seconds. Here we go, everybody. Find that position. Remember, you can either do Superman or just that leg lift. 3, 2, 1. Breathe. Time starts now. Come on. Squeeze and hold. Find yourself that end range. Remember, you're trying to drive those heels. You're trying to pull those toes in. Don't think dancer toes. Think like you're trying to bust down a door. 10 seconds. All right. All fours. 3, 2, 1. Left side for that fire hydrant. Full range of motion. $15 seconds. Nice work, everybody. Nicely done. All right, we're going partials to that top half. 3, 2, 1. Find that end range, challenge it. Don't let that foot drop past that halfway mark. $15. Nicely done. Switching legs. 3, 2, 1. Nice job, everybody. Remember, once you get that full range, you can find that breathing pattern. $10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Top half partials. Yeah, there it is. $15. 5 seconds to go. Stay tall, shoulders back. 3, 2, 1. Half kneeling. Here we go. So find me that knee down, leg extended. Find that deadlift position on that. Remember, hinging back. Let those hip straps straight back. Squeeze to the hip. Remember, slight rounding of the shoulders. Try not to hyperextend that lower back. Another 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Switching legs. One side might have a little bit more range. One side might have a little bit more activation through it. So this is a good way to find out. It's a good way to catch it up. Halfway through it. 15. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. We're up. We have ourselves that toe touch or that RDL. Remember, find that balance point. Think of that foot for that kickstand. Come through. Find that extension of the hip. Lock it down. Fifteen seconds. Five seconds to go before we switch legs. Three, 2, 1. Switch legs. Good control. Nice work. Three, 2, 1. We're in that curtsy on that left leg. Challenge that range. So see how far that foot can go back. Really try to focus on just that hip itself. 15 seconds. Remember, ribs to hips. Find that tuck position. You're challenging that front side, that outside that hip to help you out. 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. You have 15 seconds. Here we go. How low can you go? You have 5 seconds to go. Good. Breathe. Just slow down that breathing. 3, 2, 1. It's that kneeling lunge into that squat. Remember, switching legs. If you just want to get that squat, squat to a calf raise or that full-on jump. 15. Three, 2, 1. We have that speed skater. Every time you land, lock that core in. As you jump, think about trying to take a big exhale and lock it in as we land. Thinking fluid, then rigid. 10 seconds to go. Good distance on these. Nice work. 3, 2, 1. Just one more round. Booty gains on a Thursday. All I know is I'm trying to find myself the shortest board shorts and show off those glutes and quads. Sal, you like that one? Get myself some running shorts. You have 30 seconds. We're gonna go in 15. right, y'all, last iso hold of either that Superman or on that leg lift. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. "15 in, 15 to go." Hold it. See how high you can go without that lower back bugging you. Squeeze, keep that tension. 3, 2, 1. You're on all fours. You got that fire hydrant. Good. Five seconds before we go for partials. Good, top half. 3, 2, 1. Same leg, just the top of it. Nice. On this last 10 seconds, see how many reps we can get in there. Think rapid right here, think quick. Good. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. "15 seconds to go." Three, 2, 1, partials. Remember that last 10 seconds, we're gonna go for as many reps as we can. So if you need to pace this out a little bit, just make sure we're getting that full range to the top and see if you can even surpass what that range has been the last 2 rounds. We have 15 seconds. In 5, we go for rapid. 3, 2, 1, 10 seconds. Here we go, as many reps as we can. Nice. 3, 2, 1, we're up. Remember, we're in that range of motion as far as we can. Like around the shoulders. It's all about the hips on back, driving from that glute. See how far you can extend at the hip, but not that lower back. 10 seconds before you switch sides. 3, 2, 1, switch legs. "15. 10 seconds to go. Remember, drive those hips back. Find that limitation of that hamstring. 3, 2, 1, we're up. We have that RDL to that lunge. Find that balance point, lock the hips in, give me that range, and then down. Remember, you're trying to stick that booty out towards that wall behind you. 10 seconds before you switch legs. 3, 2, 1, switch legs. "15 seconds, come on. Oh yeah, here we go, 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. We're in that pulsing curtsy. Your last minute of these curtsies. Remember, if you're challenging full range, the bottom range, find a spot. Even if you want to go mini pulse, full pulse, there's ways to challenge it right here. 15. You have 5 seconds to go on this leg. 3, 2, 1, switch legs. Nice. Remember, you're trying to slightly hinge forward. Let that backside help you out, not just that quad. If that knee's bugging you, slightly hinge or think that back trail leg's not quite as far. 10 seconds. We're going into that kneeling, into that squat. 3, 2, 1. Stay low. Alternate those legs. If we're jumping, make sure we land back low where we started. 15 seconds. Absorb that jump. As we're jumping, try to pull that knee away like you're trying to make 2 big half circles. We're going for that speed skater one last time. 3, 2, 1. Last 30 seconds. Don't quit on it yet. It's the last part of the legs. You get core after this. Remember, think about how bad we want to come back to the gym ready to go. 15. 10 seconds to go. Try to give me 3 more on each leg. Yeah, there's that power. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. That's done. I'm seeing some like evil grins at me like they hate me. So good. All right, y'all. So, second half of your class is strictly core work. So be ready. Remember, it's not about how many reps. I don't care about the reps. I'm not counting them. So I just want you to focus on the details, focus on engaging the core the right way. As we're doing most of these movements, something to watch or pay attention to as we're doing any of the moves. If you see your stomach kind of ballooning out as we do it, think about trying to pull the belly button in, like we're trying to suck the air in as you crunch. Really work on that full core. Remember, there's layers of that core up in there. So we're thinking about pull in, then we crunch or do whatever we're doing. Don't let it balloon out as we go, all right? Just something to pay attention to as we're doing that. So what we are starting with is 30 seconds of reverse crunches. We're then going hip lift. If you want to add a challenge, we can get a little bit of a twist in there. So with those 2 moves, if you have a chair, a couch, something decently heavy to hold on to for a little bit more stability on your arms, it'll give you a little bit more control. If not, that's still okay. After that, the only glute movement you're going to have is that butterfly bridge. From that butterfly bridge, we're going to go toe reach or crunch. So we'll go back up and down on that for 30 seconds. From there, we're going to go V-sit. From that V-sit, all we're going to do is sit in that V-sit. We're going to hit the opposite foot. After that, we're going to go bicycle. Then it's going to get fun because you're going to have 90 seconds of side planks. We're going to go hip. Face is already changing. We're going hip dip. You're then going to go holding that iso side plank with that leg lift. So a little bit more booty on the outside. And then we're going to go side plank with rotation. All right, so the last 90 seconds on each side, AKA 3 minutes of work, is all side plank. So pace it accordingly. Don't worry, Alex, I got you. We're going to go through all this right now. I'm seeing all these faces looking at me like I'm crazy. All right, so this is what we're going to get. So remember, the idea is to pull the belly button in before we go. So for that reverse crunch, if you guys can see me. So that reverse crunch, remember, pull the belly button in, keeping that lower back flat. We're going to pull the hips in and control the tempo back. So even if we're getting momentum here, I want you to try to get as slow as you can back and make it more of a challenge each and every time to get slower and slower, keeping that core constantly engaged. From that position, hands are out, legs are going to be stacked up, and then back down. So the first one is we're coming backwards behind you. Second one, straight up. Straight down. Imagine your feet are in an elevator shaft. We don't want to go backwards. We want to go straight up. All right? We want that twist. Try to rotate and twist as we go. From there, that's where we're going to go butterfly. Put here together. Lower back is flat, pull those knees away, we drive up. From that position, we go crunch. Butterfly bridge, toe reach, forward crunch. All right, from there, go in place, pull across the body as far as you can. But prior to that, I messed up. There's a couple things before that. So, we're going to hold that V-sit, legs extended, warm bend, pull that belly button in. We're going to hold that for 30. After that 30, we're just going to go across, holding that position. Then that's when we go for that butterfly, getting a little bit more range of motion. The last 3 moves, remember we're doing all 3 in sequence. So if you just drop that bottom knee, that's fine. I want you to focus here before anything else. So shoulders stacked over the elbow, palms flat. Come up, hands stacked, shoulders, hips. Should look like a straight line. So booties tucked in, all the way down, all the way up. We need to drop that knee. Same position, squeeze down here. Keep this nice and locked in. From that position, we're not pull either from the knee or the foot. Just elevating as we go. We need to bend that knee. That works. Remember, you can also go from that knee position. Just make sure we're locking here first. Then we go here. That final one, either feet together or stacked. Come through, rotate. Get that full rotation. All right, we're going to do both sides on that one. So another 6-minute block. We go reverse crunch, leg lift. John, what we'll do is we'll just keep the hips tucked and just keep those knees bent and just not quite as far. We just think small range of motion. All right, so remember, reverse crunch, hip lift or leg lift. We're gonna go the butterfly bridge, the crunch, V-sit, opposite hand, opposite foot for that touch. Bicycle, and it's the hip dip, the side plank, and the side plank. All right, so we will go over it again as we're going through it. Remember, pace it. There's no rep count that you need. Just make sure we keep that in a good position. All right, so we're starting with that leg lift. I'm sorry, that reverse crunch. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And yes, Alex, it's all on the same side before we switch. So remember, this one, the hips are trying to go straight back and up and overhead your head. Try to keep that chin tucked. Try to keep those shoulders in neutral. Now, if that lower back or back in general is starting to bug you, just don't go down quite as far with the legs as far as extension or down towards the ground. Remember, just keep them slightly bent, keep them a little bit higher. All right, stack those feet over those hips, going straight up to the ceiling. 3, 2, 1. Think straight up. Remember, your feet are stuck in an elevator shaft. They go straight up, straight down like an elevator. Remember, if you're trying to pull that belly button in, you're trying to drive and control that hips and that control back down. 10 seconds. Butterfly bridge. 3, 2, 1. Feet together. Butterfly bridge. Then toe reach or crunch. Both options are good. Just think about trying to get a little bit of that pull in. Strengthening that TVA. Remember, that's what's going to be that weight belt. That's your human corset that we have already. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. We're in that V-sit. So up on that sit bone, up on that tailbone. Feet are elevated. If you want to challenge, extend the legs. Otherwise, just focus on breathing, staying tall. Try to keep those shoulders back for now. Remember, after this, all we do is just sit and just rotate at the torso. Try to take that opposite hand to the shoelaces and past it. 3, 2, 1. So alternating those opposite hands, opposite feet. Still in that sit. There we go. Try to slide it almost to that pinky toe right above that foot and try to reach for it. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. We're flat on the back. We have bicycles. Just like we did with that leg lift. You're thinking heels. Try to bust down that door. Full extension of that knee. 15 seconds. Remember, don't point those toes. If you kick someone with the toes, you're going to break them. You're trying to drive that heel through them. Good. Find that left side. 3, 2, 1. Hip dips. So remember, feet can be in a line, stacked, or bent knee. Coming through, drop, and you're trying to over-exaggerate that side crunch. 10 seconds. Nice. From there, hold that position. We're stacked. Just elevate that outside leg. Go on for 30 seconds. Remember, you need to drop it down that knee. Still focus on the floor side of those obliques. You have 15 seconds. Still driving with that heel. 3, 2, 1. Back into that, still in that hold. We're reaching underneath as far as you can on that same side. In 20 seconds, we switch sides. Good. Remember, you're trying to keep those hips tucked, keep that spine in neutral as we rotate. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Roll yourself over, other side. We'll do it all over again. Hip dips. Here we go, Tal. It's that backyard pool time. 15. Try to keep those knees fully extended. If we have those knees extended, it's all coming from the hip and the spine. 3, 2, 1. Hold that plank. We're going for that leg. Up and down for that abduction. Remember, focus on that side that's near the floor. Really squeeze and keep that side locked in. 15. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rotations, last 30 seconds. Oh, yeah. 15. Some of the hardest parts to hit on our core. For the fellas, it's where we love to hold our weight. 10 seconds. Come on, don't quit on yourself yet. 3, 2, 1, take a breather. Nice job, guys. 1 round down. So remember, as we're doing those moves, 2 things. If we're in that plank, we're thinking about trying to lock that rib to hip. Just like if we had a dumbbell, you're thinking about pulling just with the side to lock that in. And as we're doing those reverse crunches or anything where we're locking in, pull that in first, keep that inner core locked, and then we try to build around it. Remember, it's that inner lining of the abs. That's why we don't need corsets. That's why we don't need those sweat belts. We're gonna do it ourselves. Right, Robin? All right, everybody. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We got that reverse crunch. So this one, try to keep those knees bent. You're trying to pull. Remember, you're trying to roll up a burrito. You're trying to roll yourself into your chest. and then slowly roll yourself out. Think of yourself like a yo-yo. Same pattern, that way there and back. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Going straight up in that elevator shaft. Drive those feet up. We got those leg lifts or that hip raise. Nice. Drive that heel. If you remember, this is that time. If you have something to hold on to, like a couch, this is that challenge to help you get a little bit more control on that way down. 10 seconds. Find me that V-sit. 3, 2, 1. Roll to that sit bone. Find me that tailbone. Nice. There we go. You can play around with that knee angle, see where those feet are placed as far as the elevation of the hips. Lots of ways to mess around with this while we're in it. 10 seconds. Opposite hand, opposite foot. 3, 2, 1. Still in that V-sit. Good. Actively try to reach. Good. Try to pull those knees in. Actively reaching as far as we can for that pinky toe. 10 seconds. Go ahead, lay it down. Bicycles. 3, 2, 1. Give me that opposite armpit to that opposite hip. See if you can try to keep those hands a little bit closer in so that is not what we're focusing on. Focus on that shoulder and that rotation of that spine. 15. Find me that plank. 3, 2, 1. Left side for that hip dip. $15 seconds. Remember, lock those legs. All coming from the hips, all coming from the spine. Try to stay square, so keep that shoulders nice and open. Lock that plank in. We have that leg abduction. 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds of it. Lock it in. Find me that breathing pattern. Try to keep that core completely locked in. Embrace. If I'm about to hit you in the stomach, you want to keep that core brace. That whole body is tight right now. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So that side plank with rotation now. Last 30 on this side. Oh, there we go. Now we got some challenges. Now we got some good range of motion. Nice work. 15. Hold it tight. Don't quit on it. Come on. We have 10 seconds. Almost there. Roll it over. 3, 2, 1. Some of the hardest parts of the control of your core is that side-to-side motion. 15. See how low you can drop those hips. See how hard you can squeeze that core together. Lock it in. Abduction. 3, 2, 1. $15. 3, 2, 1. Rotation. Last 30 of the block. Nice work, everybody. 10 seconds to go. Come on. Come on, done. 3, 2, 1. Nicely done, everybody. 2 blocks down. Your last thing, all we got to do is just got 2 minutes of work. All right. We're going to go hip dips, and then we will go hold with rotation on each side, and then we get to call it a day, and we'll stretch it out. All right. So just 1 minute on each side of planks, or that side plank, and then we'll stretch it out. Give me those faces. Don't give me those faces. I know we all want right here all that love that we may or may not have right here. We want it to be some strong love, all right? So that's all we got left. We're gonna go hip dips. We'll lock it in, do some rotations on that left side, then we'll do the same thing on the right, and we'll stretch it out. The rest of the block is done. Just 2 minutes, just the hardest parts of the block. So this is the extra credit. It's just like when you have an A+ in the class, use some extra credit just in case you fail that final, you're good. That's what we're doing right now. We're getting ourselves ready. All right, let's find that left side. Remember, 30 seconds of that dip, 30 seconds of the rotation. If there's anything we need to change or challenge in a different way, let's just make sure we're in that side plank. So even if you, instead of that rotation, you want to do that hip dip to an abduction of the foot like a, what's it called? The butterflies. We can do that too. Or the clamshells, we got options. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's get that hip dip. See how low this round we can go. See how high you can bring that hip. And then see how square you can stay without rounding that upper shoulder. You want to try to stay completely stacked like I'm putting a rod through your shoulders. 15. Remember, when in doubt, chest out. Think sexy shoulders. Think free drinks, or you're trying to peacock that back. 3, 2, 1. You have that rotation, same side. Last 30 seconds. Hold that side plank. Get that rotation. $15 seconds left on this side. There we go. Come on, Casey. I know you're there. I know you're working hard. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Last 60 seconds, everybody. We're in that hip dip. Who's going to take control of it right here? 15 seconds. I know we're getting tired. I know it's starting to bug us because we can start to feel it. It's going to feel real good tomorrow. We know you worked hard today. 3, 2, 1. You have that rotation. It's your last 30 seconds. How are we going to finish this out? 15 seconds to go. Give yourself that gold star today. Set that example. Just under 10 seconds. You have 5 to go. Give me 2 more reps. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Nicely done, everybody. Another one down. Another success. So more success for you guys. Nicely done. All right, since we're on the ground, let's go ahead and keep it there. So let's go ahead and start it off. Let's open up those hips a little bit. So legs are out in that A-frame. We're making a triangle. I got those hands back behind. We're just going to rotate. Little bundle, trying to open up those hips, get some rotation in it. Once you feel like you've gotten far enough and you can't go anymore, think about to rotate and open up that spine and core again. Rotate those feet as far as you can. You're trying to stack the hip. Rotate. Back at it. As far as we can. Looking the opposite shoulder. I look over that shoulder. Give me one more on each side. Good. From there, we're going to roll that into that pigeon stretch. So we're trying to sink the hips down the ground. We're not trying to fall over. Sink those hips down. You put your hands under your knee in that foot, outside of it. Each time we exhale, think about sinking a little bit lower. From there, hands out in front of your chest. Stack up below your shoulders. You're going to swing that pigeon leg out. You're going to extend the back tray leg out to the side. And we're going to hinge that hip backwards. So the same leg is now bent. If you can't see it, toes are out. Foot's flat. Keep that chest out. From there, hands are back underneath us. You're going to bring that same leg you've been working on. You're going to bring that forward. We're going to tuck that hip. Bring that foot slightly outside the knee. We're going to hinge forward and open up that hip a little bit more. You're trying to drive that foot through the ground. You're going to come back, big deep breath, extend that knee, try to find those hamstrings. Remember, stay nice and tall. Don't ground that mid back, stay tall. If you don't feel that hamstring, try to pull your toes in or bend that knee a little bit more because it's only the back of that knee. Mess around it, find that high hamstring tie. Good. From there, we go back into that pigeon, just opposite leg. Good. Big deep breath. Place that leg in that bent position. Legs extended. Drop those hips back. Big deep breath, hands underneath us. Coming that trail leg, driving through the ground, tuck those hips, knees outside. Drive forward up that hip, stay nice and tall. Big deep breath. On that exhale, extend that front leg, pull those toes in. Nicely done, everybody. Nice work today. Lots of volume, lots of reps, and a whole lot of side planks. Good news is we're all going to be thanking me tomorrow and or angry. It's okay. Either way. Nicely done, everybody. I'll see you guys next Thursday. Remember, tomorrow you got Jeff. And then this weekend you got the normal crew. You got Darren, you have Liz. I will see you guys soon. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you, I think. I don't know yet. Bye.
You're welcome, I think. Nicely done, guys. Bye, PJ.
Bye, thanks.
You're welcome.
That was hard.
My bad.
Fine. Okay,
Lots
see
of
you
water.
later.
Bye.
I know, I need more. I drank it all.
There you
Bye.
go. Bye.